Fabrizio Romano confirms Manchester United are in talks with a €87 million star. Alexander Isak has given a major reaction to his Liverpool move. Cody Gakpo has shown his class in front of Arne Slot. Moises Caicedo revealed his honest feelings about Chelsea. Let's go through each story in detail. WEL to LFC Transfer Hub. Fabrizio Romano confirms Man United in talks with €87 million star. Manchester United are reportedly in contract extension talks with Harry Maguire as they look to tie him down to a new long-term deal. The former England international, who has only featured for his country once since March 2024, has less than 1 year remaining on his current contract at Old Trafford, and he has been heavily linked with a Bosman exit in recent weeks. However, the Sun's Samuel Luckhurst has revealed that Maguire is hopeful that he will sign a new deal before the end of the 2025. This has been confirmed by football transfer news expert Fabrizio Romano, who posted on X, Manchester United are in talks with Harry Maguire over new deal with existing contract due to expire in June. Face-to-face meeting with his camp took place in the recent days and more will follow to discuss conditions. MUFC happy with Maguire's contribution plus leadership. Harry Maguire close to signing new Man United deal. Maguire has racked up a total of 253 first-team appearances for Man United since arriving at the club from Leicester City for €87 million in 2019, and he has featured on 7 occasions across all competitions so far this season. However, the 32-year-old has only started 2 Premier League matches this term, with Ruben Amorim often favouring a back three of Lenny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt and Luke Shaw. Despite this, Maguire is still regarded as a key member of the Man United squad, and reports speculate that he is eager to extend his stay at Old Trafford rather than leave the club on a free transfer in 2026. The Red Devils were linked with a number of central defenders during the 2025 summer transfer window, including Everton star Jared Branthwaite. However, a deal failed to materialise and the club are now looking to finalise a new contract with Maguire in order to avoid losing him on a Bosman deal. Alexander Isak's stance clear after Liverpool move as Cody Gakpo makes case to Arne Slot. Liverpool's summer signings have yet to find their rhythm, with the Reds enduring a difficult spell in recent weeks. Arne Slot's squad held a 5-point advantage at the Premier League summit after 5 fixtures, before suffering defeats in their subsequent 2 outings. Chelsea's 2-1 victory against the Reds last weekend came hot on the heels of a 97th-minute winner for Crystal Palace a week earlier. Nestled between these setbacks was a challenging evening in Istanbul as the Reds fell to Galatasaray in the Champions League, marking their maiden loss in the tournament this season. The international break is now in full swing, and to their frustration, Liverpool will have to wait to make amends on the pitch until after the break. However, the 2-week-long hiatus gives Slot's team a chance to recharge as they look to make up ground on Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. With Alexander Isak discussing his controversial switch to the Reds and Cody Gakpo staking a claim for penalty-taking duties, the Echo takes a look at all the latest news coming out of Anfield. Alexander Isak's stance. Liverpool's new number 9 has stated that he hasn't maintained any communication with his former boss Eddie Howe following his Newcastle United departure, reports the Mirror. Isak secured his Liverpool switch for £125 million on transfer deadline day, having spent most of the summer declining to train or feature for the Magpies. "It's nothing I want to dwell on now," Isak said in a news conference ahead of Sweden's World Cup qualifier against Switzerland. "It doesn't benefit anyone, neither me nor Newcastle, so let it be." When asked if he had spoken to Howe since joining Liverpool, Isak simply responded, "No." The Swedish star has so far netted 1 goal and provided 1 assist in his 6 appearances for Liverpool. However, Slot is carefully managing the forward's playing time as Isak missed a full preseason with Newcastle. "I'm working hard to push myself and play my game," Isak said on his return to full fitness. "Things have been a bit tougher for us. I believe that as the team improves and things start to flow better, it will also go better for me." He further stated, "I'm ready for 90 minutes if needed. It's been a month now." Speaking about his move, he added, "I've been really happy so far. A city where the team has a very good relationship with the fans, which is important. It's been nice so far." Cody Gakpo's penalty claim. Liverpool forward Cody Gakpo has staked his claim to become Liverpool's primary penalty taker over Mo Salah. The Dutch star scored a brace and added an assist in the 4-0 win against Malta in the World Cup qualifier on Thursday evening. Gakpo became the first Netherlands player since Rob Rensenbrink in 1978 to score 2 penalties in a single match. In an interview after, Gakpo made his case to be on the spot for his club. "I was allowed to take the penalty because Memphis Depay wasn't on the pitch. There wasn't really a clear agreement on who would take it, it was up to me and Wout Weghorst," he said. He added, "At Liverpool, I'm never allowed to take them. But normally, I'm pretty good at it. I've only missed a penalty once. That was for PSV against FC Copenhagen." While Salah doesn't look like he's about to be stripped of penalty duty anytime soon, Gakpo does have a slightly better penalty conversion rate than the Egyptian. However, the ex-PSV man has taken 56 fewer penalties. Liverpool icon Salah has missed 8 penalties since arriving at Anfield. However, he has scored 47 as he's climbed his way to become the club's third highest ever goalscorer. Wayne Rooney challenges Steven Gerrard claim. Manchester United and Everton icon Rooney has dismissed Reds legend Gerrard's claims about his days playing for England. Speaking on the Rio Ferdinand Presents podcast, Gerrard had claimed that he and his England teammates were egotistical losers. Rooney, however, has hit back. "I wouldn't quite put it that way," he said. "But I know what he's saying, because there was a lot of big characters in the dressing room and in the team. When you look back with the players we had, could we have done better? I think we could have, but it wasn't to be. No, I wouldn't say better attitude because I think that's disrespectful, really, to us as players. We worked hard, we tried, we didn't quite manage to do it. It was difficult to have that relationship with Liverpool and Man United players. I think it's easier now. I used to speak to Steven all the time when we were playing and obviously both Scousers. I didn't see that or feel that. I was fine with everyone, I got on with everyone and I had no issues. I was aware that Becks, David Beckham, and Gary Neville and Paul Scholesy and that, you could see they weren't really going to be close to Liverpool players. But I think one thing's for sure, everyone would work hard for each other and try for each other and run for each other. So I don't think that was the issue. We didn't manage to get over the line, but I didn't see it. I didn't see that at all." Candidly, Gerrard had said, "I watch the telly now and I see Jamie Carragher sitting next to Paul Scholes and they look like they've been best mates for 20 years. And I see Carragher's relationship with Gary Neville and they look like they've been mates for 20 years. Chelsea could have signed Antoine Semenyo for £2 million. Chelsea have reportedly added Bournemouth forward Antoine Semenyo to their transfer wishlist ahead of the January window following his immense start to the new Premier League season. The Ghana international has notched 9 goal contributions in just 7 English top-flight matches so far this campaign, and his form has attracted the attention of Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea, as per multiple reports. Semenyo opted to sign a new 5-year contract at Bournemouth in July, but his personal skills coach Solly Saxonhurst has admitted that it is just a matter of time before he is playing for a club in the Champions League. Renowned ex-account Indy Kyla has even claimed that Bournemouth would be willing to sell Semenyo in January if they receive an offer of £100 million, €115 million. However, Chelsea could have signed the Ghana superstar for a far cheaper fee back in January 2019. How Chelsea missed out on Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo joined Bristol City's academy at the age of 17 after impressing for South Gloucestershire and Stroud College, and he made his first team debut against Sheffield United in May 2018, just 8 months after his arrival at the club. He subsequently joined League Two outfit Newport County on loan in July 2018 and he registered 6 goals and 2 assists in 32 appearances for the Welsh side. His form for Newport attracted the attention of Chelsea and the Blues even submitted a £1 million offer for his services on January 26, 2019, as per the Daily Mail. However, Bristol City wanted closer to £2 million for the teenager, and the proposed deal failed to materialise. The following day, Semenyo was recalled from his loan spell at Newport and he enjoyed a successful stint at Bristol City before being sold to Bournemouth in January 2023. A £1 million gap in valuation prevented Chelsea from signing Semenyo 6 years ago, and Enzo Maresca's side could now be forced to pay as much as £100 million to land the Ghana star. Moises Caicedo delivers honest Chelsea verdict after shock transfer decision. Moises Caicedo has admitted that Nicholas Jackson was his best friend at Chelsea before his surprise loan move to Bayern Munich on transfer deadline day. Jackson, 24, played a pivotal role at Stamford Bridge during his first 2 seasons with the Blues, and he was even rewarded with a new 9-year contract in late 2024 following an impressive debut campaign in West London. However, he was surprisingly deemed surplus to requirements by the Chelsea hierarchy following the summer arrivals of Liam Delap and João Pedro, and he was told to find a new club in early August. Aston Villa, Manchester United and Newcastle United were all linked with a move for the 24-year-old following his banishment from the Chelsea first team. However, Bayern Munich soon emerged as his most likely suitors after their failure to finalize a deal with Stuttgart for Nick Woltmade. A move to Vincent Kompany's side looked set to collapse when the aforementioned Delap suffered a hamstring injury on August 30. However, Chelsea eventually opted to recall Mark Guiu from Sunderland instead, which enabled Jackson to join Bayern on a season-long loan deal. The transfer includes an obligation to buy clause for €65 million. However, Bayern have since confirmed this will only be triggered if Jackson starts 40 games in all competitions this term, something Uli Hoeneß has admitted will never happen. What has Moises Caicedo said? Although the decision-makers at Chelsea were happy to sanction Jackson's departure, Caicedo was less pleased. During an interview with Banco Guayaquil, the Ecuador superstar was asked who his best friend at Chelsea is. "It was Jackson, who has left the team," he replied, via Chelsea News. "I was with him everywhere. I went to his house, he came to mine, we played PlayStation, I always beat him. I have a very good relationship with him.